cheers to episode 83.
Cheers.
Cheers.
George.
Pineapple High Noon.
Lime Margarita Alani Seltz, I think this is called. I don't know.
Not good.
That was a good first taste.
Rating.
I did not buy these.
Rating. Through 10.
Let me give it another.
Rookie. One sip. Everybody knows the rules.
7.7.
Wow. That's pretty high.
These are actually pretty good.
I am literally just drinking water.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting ready for this weekend.
Can't go wrong with that. Tonight is Tuesday, August 9th. It is 7:35 p.m. Welcome into the #1 sports podcast in Michigan. And we have a special guest joining us today. There's this cute. We nailed that. We didn't even rehearse that. I felt why I was going to come in during that.
That was a great job.
You've heard his name before you talk. Why? Let me give you an introduction. You've heard his name a million times on this show. When we say Evan's brother Wyatt,
He's been on the show.
He's been on the show before. I don't know if we ever had any clips from that, so this might be the first time
he delivered an iconic moment.
You're visually seeing him. He got a noise complaint, so hopefully you don't get one this time on the show. That shouldn't be a problem. He's serving our country, so as you're listening to this, you better salute wherever you are. Wyatt, welcome to the show again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I will say there's some viewers out there that are saying my tyrant on that episode goes down as like #1 most
moment
laughable
in the show's history.
moment of Shot of Michigan sports so far.
It was
But
pretty funny.
It's top
I'd
5
also like
for
to
sure.
say I'm drinking regular Mountain Dew, unlike my fellow colleague Grant drinks that zero as for preview episode.
I just
Oh,
brought.
wow.
I just
I
brought
like
a
Deep cut.
I just brought a 12-pack home just now. Actually,
You bought more Mountain Dew.
Zero sugar.
Okay.
Zero
Love
sugar.
Are you all right?
I'm just doing the do. My aunt, before I knew why I was going to be on the show, that was just a surprise to Alex and I. Alex, I think
I had a feeling.
Alex had a
I
good
had
feeling.
a good feeling.
I was just bopping around all day. I completely. I saw Wyatt's Snapchat in the morning with the classic eyeball emojis that he was flying, so I knew he was going to be in Michigan. I just didn't put 2 and 2 together. He'd make an appearance, but I'm very happy he is. The and I was going to say was, and the entire country will start falling in love with the Detroit Lions tonight. So it's
Facts,
hard
no
knocks.
cap. 1,000.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
No, I
it's
agree.
happening tonight. So
Does anybody know why it starts so late? People have jobs.
West
I
Coast
think-
production.
Because it's
Kids
HBO. They
put
don't
the
give a
kids to
care.
bed because there's gonna be a
10?
lot of swearing?
10 is outrageous. Kids go to bed at 9.
You don't have to watch it live.
It's
I'm
summer.
gonna.
Me too.
It'd be 7 o'clock.
Got my hat on backwards
out west
and
in
it's time
LA,
to
8
party.
o'clock in Albuquerque. Shout out Albuquerque.
Shout out to Albuquerque, the Big Al. Okay, preview the show. Our weekly check-ins. Topic 1 is just quick hitting, small sports stuff. Is Wyatt prepared for the snake draft? Because that's topic 2.
Yes. He is.
Oh my God, I'm not. I forgot about it. Oh.
You should be okay. And then topic 3 is a mailbag of listener questions. And I'll just say this now. We're not going to get to all of them. We get a lot of submissions. We'll just hit as many as we can until we get to like an hour and a half in the show and then save the rest for later. But there's some good ones in there. We'll try to pick the best ones for tonight. So without further ado, guest goes first. Wyatt, what has happened in your life since not the last time you joined the show, but what's happened in your life recently?
Oh, let's see here. You know,
And actually break down
defending
your
this
whole
great
life.
nation that we call the United States of America.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoying that. Getting up at 3:30 in the morning, working those 12-hour shifts. It's a
Yikes.
rise and grind, but love what I do. Knew I was coming home for a while. The camping trip was a must go to, even though you won't be there, Grant. It's kind
Yep.
of sad that you're not going to be there. You know,
Yeah, it's devastating, actually.
the vibes are going to be a little low that Thursday night, but
No, they can't be.
They'll be high.
other than that, you know, I'm glad I'll be able to see mostly everyone, and I'm looking forward to it. It's much needed time off.
There's no better than this feeling. I got this feeling sometimes when I'd come back from New York come back to Michigan, you're in Albuquerque, just different regions of the country. There's something about pure Michigan when you come back and you smell that air for the first time. Did you experience that yet when you've gotten back from the desert and you're like, wow, these trees are nice. They're hitting different.
It is. It's actually the elevation change is actually really different from Albuquerque to here. Albuquerque is actually much higher. So those first couple of weeks, I was there. It was killer for like running in Albuquerque. Like I was dying, like almost ready to just gasp for air. But coming back to here, fresh air. You can definitely smell the fresh air between here and the desert.
You saw the Top Gun, right? Dumb. How many times did you see the Top Gun?
That's a dumb question. Does this mustache not tell you? Love the movie.
I feel like it's mandatory for everyone, all of you and everyone in the Air Force, to watch it.
I will say the next day I went out and bought a $228 set of Aviator.
Yeah, you sent me those.
Ray-Bans.
Yep.
Immediately purchased. I said I will be Top Gun.
Can you even fly planes, man?
No, because of my lazy eye. Shout out.
The glasses will cover that up.
Exactly. They won't know.
What would be your nickname on your helmet if you got to be?
Great question.
Easy. Cyclops.
You could have Sully. You could have painted Sully on top of your helmet.
You've thought about this.
I have thought about this. Although I will say, if no one knows about this, fun fact: you yourself do not pick your call sign for fighter pilots. It is given out to you by your fellow peers or instructors. Assign you a call sign. Just a fun fact.
Wow. Learn something new.
That makes sense. It's always like really when someone gives themselves their own nickname.
Yeah.
Like no one goes up to their friend group and says, "Hey, I want you guys to start calling me this." Like someone just calls you that and it sticks. Let's go with Alex. What's happened to you?
Well, I pulled a grant and spent the entire weekend alone.
Why is that? Okay.
It's just kind of what you do now.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Not a shot. So just kind of hung out. I finished Succession, Grant.
You finished it.
I did.
How about Tom?
Bombshell ending.
How about Tom?
Yeah. How about Tom? Tom was quite the roller coaster.
Tom dropped it on the table and he was like, you know what? I gotta provide for me.
I had to go back and see, like, wow, did he really just do that?
I had to read Wikipedia, explain it to me to figure it out. I was like, did he really do that?
Yeah. And then the scene. I saw the scene that Grant mentioned last week. Not going to spoil for the people, but it's yeah, you'll know what it's about. I also finished Stranger Things, which Grant, you said was a super lame show.
Still agree with that take.
Hey, yo.
I finished
slander on Stranger Things, please.
I thought it was pretty good. And then also I did golf Friday with Drew. So that was good. We had a rando third guy who had two kids.
Let's guess his name. His name was Steve.
Joe.
John.
Daniel.
He looked like Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Like I'm serious. He was a pretty weird guy. He didn't talk much, and he's like, yeah, I never broke 100 at this course. That's my goal today.
I can relate to that.
Walk away from us and like hit his weed pen, and then he would like pulled out a flask a couple times. He had two like 6-month-old kids or something. He had to go pick them up from school after we were done, or pick them up from daycare or whatever. I don't know.
Woof.
And
sounds like a great
this dude was the most prepared golfer I've seen in my entire life. He had a sun hat that he'd break out when it gets a little sunny, and he'd put it on. Okay. He had 2 different pairs of sunglasses that he would rotate in and out. He had a little normal hat that he'd put on, and he was just like constantly changing clothes. And I'm like, dude, what? I was just stunned. Flask, weed. And then he shot 96. So he did it. All that. Dr. Doofenshmirtz broke 100.
Johnny Doof.
Yeah. And then
wow.
Rest of my weekend, nothing. And then Golf League Monday, which Evan was not at. So I'll have to recap on my own.
Yeah.
You guys haven't been at the same one, I feel like, in forever.
Well,
Maybe you have. I'm just messing it up.
We played each other actually 2 weeks ago.
Swing and a miss.
So in terms of my team standing, we were in second. I mentioned last week we played the first place team, crushed them. So then we were only 11 and a half back going into this week. Put another beat down on. I shot 34. So shout out me. My dad shot 40 with 2 triples. Good for him.
Alex, what was your score standing on 16 tee box though?
Actually, yeah, I was 3 under going into 16.
Rumor has it some people saying you were 4.
No, 3. I birdied 13, eagled 14, and then parred 15.
Not a big deal.
16, I 3-putt bogeyed from 10 feet. Brutal. 17, let 16 carry over, made another bogey, and then parred 18 for 34. But we are now within, I believe, like 2 points of first with 2 weeks to go.
2 weeks left.
The 35 points back of first at one point a month ago, and we are all the way back. So, huge.
Sorry.
I don't know if your team won.
You went first.
I have no idea.
You just didn't listen to anything I said, Grant?
No, I just saw that NFL posted a teaser of Hutchinson singing Billie Jean, and I didn't listen to it.
You're going to watch it, dude. Relax.
I know, but I just started looking at, like, what did they give away? Are you in first?
He's 2 points back.
2 points
back to first. We make mistakes, okay? We all make mistakes on this show.
You got a little distracted. I don't blame you, Grant. It's part of the job.
Yeah.
And Evan and Wyatt, your dad owes me another beer. 2 weeks in a row.
Oh.
A Busch Light.
No, too hard.
Too hard.
Birdie race? Alex, you got that in the bag yet, or how are we looking?
No, there's a new leader up top.
I was going to mention this. I wanted to shout out Hunter for just playing great golf this summer, who is the current birdie leader after 2 and an eagle, 1 and an eagle last night. So,
wow.
Shout out Hunter. And also, I was supposed to say, because Evan and I made a boo-boo when we were talking about last year's golf league, it was not a blowout by Ryan. Evan and Wyatt's dad. Hunter's team lost by a point. So I just needed to correct that. Hunter said we need to get some editors in our room to correct mistakes like pardon the interruption.
They almost overcame the sandbagger, but they just couldn't bring him down.
Correct.
Right. I'm just trying to keep the years together.
Yes.
There you go, Hunter. That's it.
Evan?
I guess going off of that, keep Hunter in the same vocabulary. He backpacked us to a second place finish. Sunday golf scramble. Shot 18 under.
Who's your team?
It was me, Gino, John, Walker, and Hunter.
I've played in a tournament with John before.
Yeah, great guy.
Seems to be your resident scramble guy.
Yep. Just loves playing with us. Lost to my dad by 2 strokes. They won.
Shot 20 under?
Yep, 20 under.
Holy mother of Moses.
Was Lance on the team?
Correct. My dad played the same group. The same 4 guys. Won Saturday and Sunday on the same golf course.
They played in a tournament both days and won both.
They won both.
Well, I beat your dad 2 weeks in a row and 4 out of 6.
Yes.
So
that was my Sunday. Monday, I had adult responsibilities. Could not make it to golf league.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what did you actually have to do?
I had a meeting, coach's meeting.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like adult, like, nighttime or like
nighttime video.
Adult store activities.
Oh, no. I would have told you guys if that was the case.
Okay.
Would you have?
Yeah.
Should be on the show.
And then the rest of the weekend, it was kind of just hung out with some friends, hung out with some family, didn't really do too much.
I saw a Snapchat of you at 6 a.m. getting ready for your day.
Yeah, both days I had to get up and go to work and put in those hours.
Whose home was that?
Rye Guys.
Oh, never seen it, never been inside. would like to for different reasons. Cut.
Oh, no, leave that in there. Leave that in there.
Grant, let's hear about your exciting weekend full of, well, based on the last few weeks, probably nothing.
Yeah, just work and relate to Evan, like the Drake song, working on the weekend like usual.
Mm-hmm.
I turned 25 years old.
Oh, my God.
Welcome to the 25 Club.
Question for everyone. 25, my grandma, bless her heart, throws out in the group chat, quarter of a century. I'm like, wow, that made me feel kind of old. Like when you phrase it like you're a fourth of the way to 100.
Yeah.
But I don't really feel like old. I still feel pretty young at 25. I'm curious your guys' thoughts when you hit 25 and like, do you feel washed at all or do you feel pretty good?
Evan's got something.
No, Alex, go. I want you to say. Because I know what you're going to say, so go.
I don't know what I'm going to say.
I'll start this off.
You know what you were going to say.
As being in the military, most of these kids most of the kids in the military nowadays join out at 18, 19 years old. And I'm just out here, college degree, 25 years old, hanging out with 18, 19, or 20-year-olds. And I'm just like,
Oh, there's nothing wrong with
Whoa,
that.
dude,
I
relax.
feel old.
Relax,
old.
dude. You're about to spend all weekend with a bunch of them.
Yeah, I know.
All 21-year-olds, Alex.
What did you think I was going to say, Evan? What do you want me to say?
You're 25. You're peak of your athletic performance.
Well, it is true. This is your peak male fitness is age 25.
Yeah.
Really?
So,
I feel like 28 to 30
yeah.
is, and like in pro sports, 28 to 30 is when you're like...
your beginning of your peak is 25 to about 30. So
For all sports.
It's time to get in the best shape of your life, guys.
I already am there.
I'm getting there. Getting back into it. We'll say.
I think the only thing I've noticed so far is just like hangovers are a little bit worse. That's the only real thing I can say.
Agreed.
Evan's
What test
hangovers
was
have
that?
been that bad since 17.
Also,
so.
getting hungover way easier. I think
Yeah.
for me, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I
Yes.
agree with that.
It takes less drinks for me to actually feel like headaches and
Yeah.
hangover symptoms.
Yeah.
More.
On
But, like,
that note, I've learned I can't drink things I used to be able to drink because I'm an old man and have like acid reflux now.
Yeah.
Like what?
So,
give me
like
a
Bud Light.
give me-
I can't drink Bud Light anymore.
You can't
And
drink Bud Light anymore.
I drank that like religiously in college, and I can't even like sip it.
Just a
Looks
crazy
like you're
thing.
a PBR guy now.
Ew.
Good beer.
No.
Good beer.
No,
Good
Busch
beer.
Light hasn't failed me yet.
Hey,
Busch Light will never fail anybody.
hey, you know what's never wrong either? Some Colorado Kool-Aid.
No,
Coolest
that
Light.
stuff is the worst. Why? That is the worst beer on the planet.
No, Miller Lite. Sorry. I'm gonna get-
Miller's bad. Yeah,
I'm gonna
Miller's
attack-
terrible.
Coors
Like-
Light's actually really, really easy to shotgun.
Yeah, because it's water.
That's
I can
just water.
feel
Miller
Luke
Lite's
get,
like burly.
if Luke's listening right now, I can just feel him like cussing us through his car or headphones because Pittsburgh, like they love Miller Lite.
No, they're icy light guys.
I thought they're Yin Yang
Say
guys.
lights.
Icy
they're-
light.
Pure.
They're Miller Lite, dude. That's
Let's go to the Pure.
Let's go to pool.
That's
Speaking
so cool.
speaking of drinking
Pure.
beer, weight update. I got up to 175 pounds midweek this week.
Holy shit! It's
To
the
the 10.
do. Do the do,
Well, you're
baby.
trying to get to
Do the
180 or
do.
175?
I want to
180.
like because you know how weight fluctuates.
Oh.
So like if I weighed myself now, I'd be at like 170, 169 when I wake up. Nice. I need to be like low end 175, high end 182. I need
Never
to get
weigh
in
yourself
that
in the
range.
morning. Never weigh yourself in the morning. It's where your lightest
But
you'll ever
you gotta know what you are when you wake up though.
No. Doesn't matter.
On this topic, do you guys think I look thin these days?
be.
I mean, I only
thinner.
see you
Alex,
from
I haven't seen you in a while, so I
see you
can't
from the
tell.
waist up now, so I don't know.
My mom and dad yesterday were like, "Are you eating? Your face it just looks so frail."
Oh,
Are you okay?
Basically, Garrett's calling you a bitch. Just you look super small. All that
Just
weight
like-
room stuff is just not working.
It's like you're just looking
Guys,
thin, dude.
this
You-
makes
you
a
have
lot of
time
sense.
to eat.
Hey, that's when you tell the parents, you be like, yo, it's cutting season. It's not bulking season. Relax.
We bulk in the winter, Dad.
Exactly.
makes-
We bulk in the winter.
This makes a lot of sense because the pace setter of weightlifting in the apartment moved to Minnesota, so now Alex has no one to keep up
wrong,
with.
wrong. And then, I'll just let
No,
that go. But
there was
the
actually
current
a real-
pace setter is me.
There was a real moment, like right before I moved out, just two guys standing there shirtless in their kitchen. I'm like, under like to myself, and then I was like, God damn it, Alex is bigger than me. This sucks. It finally happened.
Finally happened, Grant. You're 140 pounds soaking wet, dude. You've never been big.
That's not true.
Watch it.
The real test is if I can ever get bigger than Wyatt. That's the goal. It's not
You
gonna
better
happen.
start squatting
Impossible.
I do squat. I'm not flexible.
once every month.
Evan, I squat like 3 times a week. At least.
No shot 3 times a week. No
I'm
shot.
about
Twice.
I'm about twice a month for sure.
I've been doing it a lot
once a
'cause
week.
it's essential, and I finally listened to Evan.
I'd give out my numbers, but that's a viewer question coming up. Hopefully, we
The most
answer that
I ever squatted was with Evan in high school. Squat on
What
game
was
days, just at least 3
I'll
plates.
save it.
I think 315 was the most I ever.
Hey, that's
could do.
respectable. That's respectable. A lot
Just
of
get
people
three-
can't. A lot of people can't get that, in nowadays.
I
I can.
definitely couldn't touch it. 3 plates on a bar looks so sweet
Yeah,
for someone.
Not
Who's,
as sweet as 4 plates.
nope, definitely not as cool as that. Okay, my last 2 things. I got a little story to tell. Grocery store debacle here in Minnesota. I cannot find a grocery store that I enjoy, and
You
I've
don't
gone
like
to
the Piggly Wiggly?
What's the bushes of Minnesota?
Great question, Alex, because it ties into it. So I've gone to 4 different stores thus far.
Already, it's been 3 weeks.
It's been about a month, yeah. So I've gone to
Go
one.
once a week.
I've gone to your question, Bush's is known as Cub, C-U-B, is their big kind of grocery store. You can get some pharmacy items. And I go there. The first time I went, it was okay. They just didn't have as much of a selection of things that I would like. And it was a little pricey because that's Bush's is like that too, a little bit, where like it's not as value.
Bougie.
Yeah.
Bougie in there.
So I go there the second time, and my big problem is I can't go on a grocery store trip. And granted, like the food usually lasts me like about 2 weeks, but I always end up spending more than like $120, like $120 to $150. I'm like, this is just too much to be spending on groceries when I don't need that much food. Like, how am I getting to this number every time? So I go to this place, and like I did some price comparisons. I'm like, they just absolutely Cub just ripped me off. Like, it's double the price of another spot near there. And the craziest thing, which again, it's going to sound like I want to be pampered when I shop, but I don't. The guy that rang me up just made me bag my own stuff without even communicating that's what they do there, which I'm fine with doing. Like, I can bag my own stuff because I can use less bags to carry. But he just rang everything up down the conveyor belt. It gets to the end. I'm just kind of standing there, and he's like, all right, this is your total. And then instead of like bagging it or having some assistant, he just starts ringing up the next ladies and shoving my stuff out of the way. Like, just, here you go, buddy. And I was like, I guess I'm bagging everything, which is okay. I just wish I had known so I didn't stand there like an idiot and wait for this stuff to come down the conveyor belt. So I'm like, Cub, never again. Too expensive. Bad customer service. I went to Trader Joe's, which is a
Great
solid.
place.
Isn't that also bougie and pricey?
Yes, it is. It's a very bougie.
It's
like
really
Whole
good.
Foods.
They pride themselves on being like good quality of Whole Foods, but lower prices, but it's still expensive. Like,
Yes.
I want a place you can get a family pack of chicken breasts, and you can't get that at Trader Joe's. It's like
No.
only like a couple
It's
cuts.
single. It's like single or to double.
Yeah, and it's going to be like $10 for like 3 chicken breasts, and it's like I want a value pack.
Expensive.
And you can't get everything. Like, a lot of stuff, it's a little bit smaller store. So I was like, that's not going to work. And then I went to Walmart today. I'm like, let's go back to my roots in college. Let's just get value, bulk things. This Walmart didn't have any fresh produce or like meat section. Even the Adrian, Michigan Walmart has a like fresh section. This one was like a Costco almost, where it only had, not even Costco. Costco has fresh stuff. This just had pantry items like down a whole row. Like
Grant,
a
the
Target.
people in Minnesota, they only eat canned foods.
I just don't understand. So then I went to this next store, which is going to be my go-to now, thankfully. It's called Hy-Vee, Hy-Vee. It's kind of
names.
it's a Bush's, but like bigger, and it's fair prices, I would say. The only downside they have, which was my mistake, I wanted to do paper bags because usually you can get more stuff in them, so less bags. These bags don't have handles. These paper bags don't have handles. So I got to make 3 trips from my car into my
Get
apartment.
some
my
reusable.
And they're ripping, so I'm going to go plastic next time. But
Reusable.
that's 4 different stores where there's just not a pleasurable 100% experience. So I'm going to go back to Hy-Vee. I'm going to get plastic bags. but it's been a debacle. I just need a Meijer in my life, which those do not exist. The nearest Meijer is in Wisconsin. I'm not going to Wisconsin.
Meijer is
to grocery
Michigan
shop.
made, Grant.
Yep, I need one out here. Someone start one out here.
And it's not Meyer's for everybody who says that. There's
It's
no
my
S.
juror.
Ford's.
No S.
It's my juror.
I went to Meyer's today and picked up some water.
All right, and then my last thing. That Edwin Diaz Mets closer entrance video that went viral is one of the coolest things I've seen.
All about the Mets. The Mets,
All about the Mets, baby. Let's go Mets.
The way that like beat drops and the trumpets, we don't talk about our baseball team in this city really.
Do we have
but
one?
it'd be really cool if we had a closer we could be good, that we used our closer and he had a song like that, because I would start going to games if I could. Because
We had a sick
is electric.
closer. He got traded for a 7.47 AA ERA.
Francisco Rodriguez, yes.
K-Rod.
Jose Valverde.
Oh my God. I
Todd
saw Jose
Jones?
Valverde at a Mud Hens game once.
I guess Joel Zamaya had a cool song, but I don't remember it.
Joe Nathan.
Joe Nathan. Wow.
Phil
He
Cope?
blew his first 3 saves as a Tiger.
Joe Nathan looked like he did meth.
He probably did.
Yeah, he was kind of cracked out a little bit.
All right. Topic 1.
Todd Jones. Did you mention him?
Yes.
Sorry.
Quick
Underrated.
hitting.
The ginger mustache.
All right. Quick hitters.
Quick hitters. I want to start with Wyatt, since it's a rare time. Wyatt, how's Ohio State's fall camp going?
Oh.
It's actually, I don't know. It's going well. I think it's going well.
That didn't sound good.
You know,
Are you nervous about something?
no, I just, being an elite program such as Ohio State, actually the Ohio State University.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys saw the quote that came out from Ryan Day where he said, 11-2 may be good at some programs, but it's not good at Ohio State. And that just, it's every year Ohio State just has that pressure on their backs to where they have to succeed. They have to be competing for the national championship. They have to win the Big Ten championship, or else it's a failure in Ohio State's eyes and the fan base's eyes. And just with this new defense coming in, all these players leaving from transfer portal because they're losing their spots because of the new defensive coordinator. It's just it's a lot of questions up in the air about our defense, and we'll see if it works out. Our offense is still going to be elite, like always.
It's going to be good. You guys are going to be good.
Is it fair to ask, you got me thinking, is this the most pressure an Ohio State team has felt going into a season in like 20 years?
No, definitely not.
You don't think
Right.
so?
I think 2012, Urban Meyer's first year would be probably the most
Pressure?
pressure, because we just came off of a god awful season led by none other than stupid Luke Fickell, who's now running a program in Cincinnati. But
Poor Luke
whatever.
Fickell.
But you could-
lost the playoff game. We won our bowl game.
Well, I don't like the Luke Fickell slander. I like Luke Fickell a lot.
But anyways, no, I think.
But that was his first year, so it was like first year coach. Maybe he has to. I feel like
Yeah,
it's
but it's
Meyer,
Urban
bro.
Meyer. You see the dynasty that he built in Florida, and everyone's like, "Oh, we're getting that at Ohio State."
Well, they went undefeated that year.
They
They
did.
couldn't play in a bowl game.
This is up there though, because you have the loss to Michigan and you have your starting quarterback coming back, so there's really no excuses. So it's like it has to be this year, or else.
We'll
Because
see.
Wyatt, it's more than likely not going to happen. But I mean, God forbid, Michigan wins in Columbus. The
Is Ryan Day
offseason,
on the hot
the
seat after
offseason
that?
Ohio State, I will pull up a seat and like buy popcorn every night and read Twitter and refresh, and just read what people are saying
It'd
in that
be-
fan
All I
base.
hard.
see on our Twitter is
It'd be
887 days.
It's
It'd be
almost
tough.
1,000, Alex.
It'd be tough to
Because
see
you ducked them.
it'd be tough to see that day happen. Hopefully we don't have to, but it's gonna be a great game. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw that, but there came out. I don't know who came out with the list, but the 10 most anticipated games of the college football season. Ohio State, Michigan's number 1.
Oh, absolutely.
Shocking.
Wow,
Yeah,
we can always find common ground It
It's
doesn't
going to
really
be
relate
really
to
exciting.
Spartans,
Michigan's
but yeah, we can
6-5 going into that game.
The JV game always
Alex.
plays before the varsity games. The varsity games at 3:30.
How could
Oh, Grant, don't get your panties in a wad. Move on.
I'm just saying I like good chirps, but like with Michigan's schedule, how are they going to lose 5 games, dude? They play like FCS teams that are FBS the first 4.
You lose to Rutgers,
And we're playing
Maryland, Michigan
we're playing
State,
Notre Dame.
Penn State,
And Penn State.
and
The only other actual things I
Iowa.
saw from camp for the MSU crowd, Trey Mosley, breakout season.
He's a good football player. People should know that. Haven't I said that like 2 weeks ago whenever we talked about the offense? He's a good
Most
football
underrated wide receiver of the last 10 years.
The first Shot of Michigan Sports sponsored athlete, but then deleted their post because I think they were told to delete it because it was the first day it was in existence. So
And they
probably
just started
we can't
doing
have
things
this.
they shouldn't do. Yeah. If we didn't have Jaden Reed, he'd be talked about much more. But he's gonna have a good year.
I don't know how much you guys have seen the other point from Michigan camp. I don't know how much you guys have seen. I've been in the weeds with my magnifying glass, seeing how many times they've posted Cade versus JJ. You know,
I checked that as well.
Who leads the photo slideshow? Who do we think is QB1 after the first couple weeks of content?
JJ.
I think it's JJ.
That throw to Roman, you think that was like he's QB1?
It's not even.
Well, he was
I
in
think
the
it's just
picture
he's
the
more-
day before, and then the throw.
think it's
JJ's
just-
trending
it's just-
in the picture department.
more clicks.
I love college
Who's
football.
Who's sexier to talk about nationwide?
Why?
Jim
Who do you
did say it's open and close, so
Who do you fear more, Wyatt, going into that game in Columbus?
Cade or JJ?
I fear neither. I fear your offensive line and running backs.
Yes. Okay.
good answer.
Respect.
Also, shout out to Alex for giving me a recommendation for a show to watch. I'm all the way back in on Blake Corum being 1A after the documentary
I
I
did
watched
like
on his
Blake
high
Corum a
school.
lot after that. He's a cool dude, nice guy,
Dog.
humble. Yeah,
Short. Can't
Yeah,
catch.
Short.
you guys are short, and Wyatt couldn't catch either.
Why is kind of Blake
We're
Corum?
talking to a Division III
Honestly,
college
I was
wide
kind
receiver
of-
here.
I was kind of thinking that when I was watching, like, Wyatt is kind of like Blake Corum.
Why it was definitely Blake Corum up to Tecumseh High School.
Yeah,
It's a great
Blake Corum
comp.
also has terrible hands and dropped a pass against MSU.
I clapped every time I try to catch a ball. Look up the tape. Fucking
We touched on
That's
Hard
fine.
Knocks. Any takes on Jamal Williams' speech other than it being?
I loved
The
it.
full length one was very good. Personally,
That's what we need. Also, I'm gonna just hint because this is pertaining to Hard Knocks and their Ford Field Day. I know I briefed this in the group chat, but that picture with Aiden Hutchinson, that's a selfish guy right there.
dude,
Blurring out the- blurring out the fans.
That wasn't a picture. I
If
screenshotted
all
the
of
video
you-
perfectly to make
If
him
anyone
look like that.
that is a fellow Detroit Lions fan hasn't seen this picture, there's a picture of
Dude,
Aiden
it's not a
Hutchinson.
picture.
and-
Sure.
It's a video. Alex said he screenshotted the
I
video.
screenshotted it and made it
Oh.
look like he looked terrible. That's all me. But we should post that on our account. It's really
We
fun.
should. Anyways, there's a picture roaming around the internet with all the fans
Soon to
blurred
be
out.
on the internet.
Soon to be on the internet with all the fans blurred out of Aiden Hutchinson taking a selfie looking like a major and being selfish. This kid's not going to be good. You heard it here first.
Alex, I didn't understand. So you're saying you did that as to be mean because you said the future. So I thought you were being nice.
Yeah. I was saying like the future because he looks like a major dweeb. Like we're screwed for the future.
You guys are the
what I
worst.
meant. Look at this guy. Look at him. I'm tweeting this out.
Just say it'll make sense on tomorrow's show. Stay focused though, Alex. Bad news for you for the Akuda haters. Wyatt, let's ride right here.
I
Jeff, you
saw
guys
your
see the
stupid retweet.
retweet, the quote tweet.
No,
Jeff
I didn't see-
Risden.
I didn't see
Hey,
it.
how you doing, Jeff Risden? Let me read it for you, Wyatt. Just so you can just.
Oh, I want to so.
I'm glad you're sitting down right now. This is gonna just rock your world.
Forgot why it has to be an Okuda guy. It's a shame.
Well, we all
He
should.
usually
Be.
rides with me in these debates.
Okay,
But it's
ready?
Jeff Okuda.
From Jeff Risden today, 9 hours ago.
Okay.
Quote, other than one play today, Okuda has been lights out. CB1 easily all camp long. It's not particularly close either. This guy wasn't even practicing the last couple of days. I'm like, what? I was ready panic mode. I thought he was hurt again. He's CB1. Jeff Risen on the record. He's cornerback 1.
Now, that's my CB1.
So that means he's looked better than Amani Oruwariye?
That's.
I'm not having this conversation.
Evan, where are you at again?
Is that a clickbait quote? Is that a clickbait quote?
Yes.
I saw another reporter who said a lot of Okudah buzz. Evan, where are you at on this?
I am fully supporting Okudah because if you want the Lions to be good, you need him to be good.
I do support him.
No,
but I
you
will
don't.
not support media members telling me about stuff they see behind closed doors that's probably not real. Just like how I can't
somebody
say
talking about
because
media
he
members
doesn't want to
talking
know
about- You're
people
the
to
one
know
to
where he
talk about
works.
something behind closed doors.
Yeah, that's rich from you,
Mr.
Alex.
Blog Post believes
Evan,
everything you read.
I
And
told
are
you
you-
last year Kenneth Walker would be good, and you told me he wouldn't even start.
Alex,
Point me
saw,
out.
Alex,
They're
the
down
day
back.
that I saw Kenneth Walker do what he did at spring practice, and I told you when I wasn't supposed to, what did I tell you?
Yeah, but you also told me Elijah Collins was starting.
Yeah, that was based off the reps and carries that I saw firsthand that they were splitting them evenly.
You guys both said Anthony Russo was QB1. I'll never let you live that
That's
down.
not
when you guys get in
something
arguments.
that's not like an unreasonable thing, man.
Yeah, is there anything else about the lines that we're missing? I don't really know.
No. It's a shame we're recording before Hard Knocks, but yeah.
It's fine.
You want to talk about Inside the Den?
Yeah, but then that was really the only thing, the speech, because it was just like, it was, what's it called? Inception about Hard Knocks. It was like the Hard Knocks of how Hard Knocks works. Yeah, I don't really think there's anything much else from Inside the Den. We're talking about Mel Tucker and Tom Izzo, boogie, 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 let's go racing. They went to MIS. They helicoptered into MIS. We had a regionally viral GIF from Tuck. He's just addicted to chopping. He's like, let's keep chopping, boys. Just on the chopper.
He never said that.
Question for you guys.
And you know who won that race?
No.
You know who won that race? None other than
Wait.
Kevin Harvick.
Oh, that's right. That's
My
right.
dad.
Well, who's his
I ever
major
told you guys
sponsor?
a story
Who's
about
his
my
major
dad?
sponsor?
I don't follow NASCAR.
Bush Light.
Busch
Bush
Light.
Light. Bush Light.
Did I ever tell you the story about my dad and Kevin Harvick?
Yes, in Wisconsin.
Yeah, in Wisconsin, a guy thought my dad was Kevin Harvick and bought the entire bar shots. My dad took pictures with him and never told him he wasn't Kevin Harvick. He played along with it the entire time.
Did your
He
dad
made
look
some
that
dudes
much
there.
like Kevin Harvick?
No, Jim Furyk.
I don't know. He looks like
Jim
Jim
Furyk.
Furyk.
Definitely Jim Furyk.
A younger Jim Furyk.
Correct.
I see a little bit of Kevin Harvick.
I don't even know what Kevin Harvick looks like.
Question for you guys. Mel Tucker and Tom Izzo sit down in two racing cars, NASCAR racing cars, and they have to drive, let's say, 4 laps around the track. Who wins?
Mel
Mel
Tucker
Tucker.
easily.
Yeah, it's
He drives a spider around campus.
Tom can't
you
see
don't-
over the wheel.
Okay, that was really mean.
Oh,
You
this
guys
reminds me. I'm sorry to interrupt.
I
Man.
love
This
Tom,
reminds
though.
me.
No, you're fine.
Over this weekend, I was Friday night in the party store buying alcohol, and a lady just making small talk. Oh, you like NASCAR or not? And I was like, I watch it occasionally. Blah blah blah.
you don't.
Correct. And
Never.
she goes, "Oh well, Kyle Busch is putt putting over there." And I was like,
What?
It's Stone Mountain.
She said, "Yeah, Kyle
was
Busch.
putting to Tecumseh.
Kyle Busch was playing putt putt," and I was like, "No way." She's like, "Yeah, the guy in front of you just showed me a picture. I couldn't believe it." I was like, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah, no shit, I couldn't believe it either."
Stone Mountain.
Stone
Number one
Mountain.
putt place in America.
And
It
Kyle
is a
Busch
beat.
is in there like, this smells like.
Does it smell bad, Stone Mountain?
My parents just played Stone Mountain like a week ago.
You could have
It's a shame
seen.
they didn't go and saw
You
Kyle
could have
Busch.
seen Kyle Busch's ears from Russell Road
Yeah,
if you drove by.
Totally good.
Those things are huge.
You think he shot under par at the famous Stone Mountain?
I don't think
No.
he did. Only
He
season
probably
tickets.
putt-putts every place he goes.
He probably
gotta
writes
be
down a
his thing.
1 on every
That's a
single hole 'cause
super
he
reckless
cheats.
thing to say, Alex. Just he putts every place he goes.
I think-
Just
I
go
think-
to Stone
you know-
Mountain and putt-putt if you don't putt-putt a lot.
Does he have kids? Does he have kids?
I would assume
No,
so.
he went alone, Wyatt.
I'm gonna.
Putt-putt
Yeah, he
by
does have.
himself.
I wouldn't
He does have
doubt
kids.
it.
But I'm gonna go ahead and guess this. This is that he just searched like things to do near Brooklyn, Michigan, and that's about it. So he
All the
that's,
way to
like,
Tecumseh just to putt-putt.
Stone Mountain.
It's world-renowned. Too bad there's no Hungry Howies anymore.
I won't rule Tom Izzo out of a race. I think he knows some tactics. He's been around the block. He's hot on the recruiting trail. I wouldn't put
It's
it
not
past
hot
him.
in a NASCAR.
I wouldn't put it past him to ride Tucker's bumper and spin him out into the last turn. Like, he pulls something out of his tricks.
All right. Shout out Tom Izzo, though, for being hot on the recruiting trail.
Yeah, it's a real shame it's football season build up.
That
or
should
else
be a
we'd
quick hitter.
Deep diving.
Elite
Just-
class. Top
Can I
5
just-
class.
As someone whose coach has had an elite class, sometimes it gets
Grant,
scary.
we've had an elite class before. And I told you that before your elite class played, and you didn't.
And now
listen.
I'm warning you again, and we're coming full circle.
Yeah, but I already know that.
Okay.
You're not going to fool me.
Guys, everyone's sitting down. Our games will never be on ESPN ever again.
Oh,
So that happened today. 40 years in the making.
Fuck
Evan's
ESPN.
pumped.
No more Beth
Alex
Mullins
is
at noon.
pumped. For those that under a rock, CBS, NBC, Fox look like the three people that are going to be splitting it.
It's going to
Basically,
be fantastic.
Kevin Warren was like, "Hey, I know you paid like $300 million for SEC's #1 game. How about you pay $350 million for our #2 game? How's it going?" And they did. So good for Kevin Warren, just strong arming them. He must have been watching Succession. Can I give the negatives before you guys give the positives?
Oh, Grant, there are no negatives.
No, there's
There's
one.
some
No, Kirk
negatives,
Herbstreit,
Evan.
Evan. I like Kirk Herbstreit.
I do too, but you can enjoy them
That's
watching other
not
games.
a negative. I will tell you the real negative.
Basketball.
No, that's fine. The real negative is CBS and NBC do not have the infrastructure of offshoot networks like the mothership does. So think of a flowchart. ESPN has ABC, ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, ESPN News, and they even
Get your
throw stuff on.
Paramount and Peacock channels ready.
That's what
ESPN
I
deport
said.
this.
Get your Peacock. It's they built it into Xfinity. Shout out Alex and I who have Peacock for free now thanks to Xfinity, but I don't know when that ends. And
I
then
don't think it does.
Paramount Plus you're going to need, because if you are not the premier game in that time slot, you are going to be behind their paywall. And we're not talking crazy money. We're talking like $5 a month, but like it's just another login. It's another thing you have to go do on your TV and log into. Evan?
In fairness, there's still a chance that like other games can be on Fox Sports 1. NBC owns USA Network. There could be a football game on USA Network because
There
they
could.
canceled.
Yeah, the
They got
Premier
rid
League
of.
plays on USA Network.
They got rid of NBC Sports Network and they just changed it over to USA Network.
Yeah,
They own
Golf
that.
channel.
Weird move.
Football games.
No, they're not going to do that.
And there's probably just a chance for more games on BTN because BTN's owned by Fox.
I heard
really
the Big
don't
Ten.
like
I
BTN.
heard the Big Ten. I don't know what this means for BTN. I heard the Big Ten is looking into their own streaming service as well, either through Amazon or Apple.
Will buy.
So
There's
there is
also
going-
FS2.
Yeah,
There is.
well, yes, we're talking about Fox, but like again, I don't know how that's all going to shake out. Thankfully for our teams,
I was going to say, we're good enough. We should always
we're
be
probably
on
always
one
going to
of
be
the
on like the main channels, which is good. But I'm just saying that is one downside to this.
non-conference games can also be on ESPN
Correct.
change. Really?
as well. Yeah.
In fairness, I believe from past and looking at it, I think NBC is only going to be one game a week, no matter what. I don't think there's going to be that many games on Peacock. Because Notre Dame's only on it once. Notre Dame was only ever on Peacock once. And like they only have Notre Dame and Sunday Night Football.
Fingers crossed. The Premier League started this past weekend, and Peacock worked great. I don't know about how it worked for you.
Worked
Alex.
really well for me. And shout
But
out
in-
to Team and Solo First.
In the past, it has worked terribly. So
Not
I just
after
fingers
Sunday, Alex.
crossed.
Not after
Fingers
Sunday.
crossed.
Could have missed that.
We played
Fingers
each other.
Oh, I know.
crossed. It works out
11:30.
okay.
Premier League game of the week.
Not
Notre
NBC
Dame?
then.
Notre Dame enticing. This probably means that they could be
It's gotta
joined
be.
if we get NBC on board.
Go in the West. Go in the West every year. Who gives a shit? Like,
Yeah.
will anybody complain if Notre Dame wins the West every single year?
No. Because they're still
No.
going to lose to the winner of the East.
Correct.
Evan, can you name how many games Michigan State played on ESPN last year?
How many games?
What a random thing to ask. You play 12 in the
Miami,
regular season?
Pitt, Northwestern.
Including the bowl game.
I got 3.
Penn State.
Penn State.
Yeah.
Shelby Dunn called that game. 4.
6.
Purdue.
Purdue was on
Northwestern. Purdue.
I would count Northwestern. I didn't count Purdue because I was there. I forgot.
And you missed one, I guess. Ohio State.
Oh, that's a forgettable game.
Well, I only
People
watched
trying to
half
forget
of that
that
game.
game.
I only watched half of that game, so
Granted, 2 of those were on three of those were on ABC.
I watched the first half highlights of that game the other week just for like sicko pleasure.
you mad.
It's a great time.
Yeah, so that deal is basically happening. It's basically done. It's gonna be interesting. I remember reading an article that said like the CBS music, they like we're gonna lose it or so, or maybe not. I
Well,
just hope
that
they
would
keep,
be a shame.
I hope they keep that CBS football music. It is gonna be weird though. I'm gonna adapt to it and like it, but I will say like having the CBS 3:30 SEC slot, like that just felt right. It might feel a little weird if the number 2 Big Ten game of the week is not good. I can see why people are gonna make jokes like this sucks because I do like watching SEC football sometimes to like look at what different football looks like, and usually better football, for being honest. Yeah, but I do like that the Big Ten is now the big boy in town. I do enjoy that.
Yeah, well, you got to think for the Big Ten. We have New York, hypothetically. We have New York. Hypothetically, we have Chicago. And now we have LA.
Yeah. It does suck, though, Evan, back to the point I was saying is, like, it sucks that Fox already has the A game at noon. It would be nice to have the A game at 3:30 to, like, rival what the SEC used to do with that, like, Alabama, LSU at 3:30. Like, we don't have that. It's
fire slot.
Like, it's going to be, like, if there's only one really good Big Ten game, that 3:30 CBS game is going to suck. And it's going to be like, well, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
And then we'll be watching ESPN, SEC football instead.
I believe the Big Ten can now just rate their schedules where, like, every single week there's, like, a high-praised matchup or supposed to be at the beginning
it's random.
of the year. Oh, yes, it is random, Alec. Correct.
This starts next year?
2024?
2 years.
2 years? Oh, well, this basically might as well not even happen. Then if it's 2
Maybe
years
next
away
year.
still. I think it's next year. I think it's 2023. All right, you guys want a snake draft?
Oh,
No.
yeah.
I'm not prepared for this.
Let me get the we got 4 for the random number generator, and I did
How
not.
many are we doing? How big is this team of phrases?
It's got to stay 5.
Oh my god!
I will not-
4 of us.
I don't plan to make a graphic
Oh my
because
God.
You can't. I
four
don't
now.
even know how the graphic would.
it would,
What
it,
do
would
we have?
just be It would just
It's
be
pick
words.
5 cliches.
Sports cliches, coach cliches,
That's gonna be
No,
tough.
yeah, but mainly football.
Football.
'Cause
football.
football.
Yes.
And like I said, so think coach. Wait, just let's get some clarifications. Think coach press conferences, what coaches always say, like any sayings that players use, coaches and media members, how they describe the game. Classic phrases used by football guys everywhere, just what people say when it comes to the sport of football.
Okay.
Are all fair game. I'm going to do the random number generator. Evan is 1, Wyatt's 2, I'm 3, Alex is 4 for the generator. 1 came up. Evan, you pick where you'd like to draft.
I'm going to pick first.
Beautiful. I think there's a clear number 1. Alex, your number came
Brand
up.
thinks was a clear number 1.
2.
Okay, we're going in order.
I really don't care.
Generate.
I'm not prepared. I'm just gonna.
I came up. I'll go 3, and then Wyatt, you'll be on the turn. So you'll
Sorry,
get
man.
back-to-back picks in the snake draft.
Serving our country and get to pick last.
Always bringing up the rear.
That's true democracy. All right. Evan, you're kicking off the football cliche draft.
Number 1, we're going to play hard for 60 minutes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Good one. It's a good one.
That's a good one. Just
That's a good job.
having like the amount of time in the game, perfect. Alex.
Just got to take it one game at a time.
Oh, that was on my list.
I kind of have one adjacent to that, and I'm nervous I'm going to
I
try
have
to
one-
use it.
Adjacent to that as well.
I bet we have the same one.
Yeah.
All right, I'm 3rd. You guys left it for me. I've seen it so many times recently. Iron sharpens iron, boys. That's just what football's about. Iron sharpens iron.
What'd
Wyatt.
you say, Evan? Number 1? Play a full 60 minutes.
Play hard all
Yeah,
60 minutes.
Play hard at 60 minutes.
Alex, what
It's
did you
kind of
say?
similar.
1 week at a time.
One game
One
at a
week
time.
just got to take one game at a time.
I think we hear this a lot, usually after like a practice during mini camp. I like what I saw today.
Yeah, good one.
God
Good
damn it, that's
one.
good.
You're back to back on the
Back to
turn.
back.
On the rebound.
I love
defending
football
our
so much.
And then let's do a halftime running coach trying to run because he's pissed off the team. We just gave up 42 points.
own.
We have to get more stops on defense.
Yep. Gotta get stops. I think in general, just like gotta get stops is
Gotta get
super big.
stops. Yeah.
Even as a fan, when you're sitting there and you're like trying to come back in the game, like we gotta get a stop. Gotta figure out a way to get stops. Alex, what faces are you making there? You're making me uncomfortable. Oh, he's lagging. Is Alex lagging for you guys?
Yep. His fan is not circling fast enough.
Yeah. It's definitely him.
Oh, he's grinding. Oh my god, he just
Oh my
leaped
God.
forward.
Yeah, no, this is.
Talk about
He
me.
just said he said his computer is the bed right now. Wait, he's almost back.
Dude, tell to pay for a new computer.
Oh,
This is not my work computer, Evan.
Oh, well, tell him to
You
buy a
can't-
new one.
I couldn't have an article open. I can't
All right.
have notes open because
all
my
right, you're
computer
basically
won't
back though.
charge.
That's good.
And
Yeah,
That's
I,
my
know, I
girl.
just have to wing it.
pen and
Off the
paper,
brain.
baby. Pen and
All right.
paper.
I'm gonna take this one because I think it could get taken. I think I can get the other one later, but it's risky. I'm gonna say 110% effort. It's always 110. It makes no sense. Why not 100? Why not 105? Just whoever decided in football that we give 110% effort.
Look at my list.
It's always there.
Don't look at
Am I
list.
up?
You think I'm going to see your
Yes, and you
Yeah.
sound perfect. So good stuff, Alex.
Ball security is job security.
Yeah, that's a great.
That's a good one.
That's a good
We're
one.
good. I bet we hear that on Hard Knocks tonight. I
That was
bet we
just
hear
off
that
the
tonight.
dome. I have no notes.
Evan with 2.
Oh, mine with 2? Yes.
This might be my favorite draft. I
Yes.
love cliches.
All 3 phases of the game: offense, defense, and special teams.
Special teams matters.
Yes.
Who's the Virginia Tech coach? Beamer.
Yep. Frank.
Yep.
Frank.
He made a career out of special teams.
Kind of. I think Grant might take this, and we are hinted on it a little bit. Instead of one game at a time, we're not looking ahead.
Oh,
Oh.
we were
Not
different,
looking
but I
ahead.
like that. Not looking at. I like that.
Not looking ahead.
Avoiding trap games.
Yes, we're not looking ahead.
I like that.
We will not look past Purdue.
Can someone give me a recap of what's
in
been
Ross
said?
State Stadium.
Especially not with Aiden O'Connell.
Nope.
Can someone give me a recap of what's been said? Because my computer's been pooping and I don't really know what's been said.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of hard. I haven't been writing them down.
I haven't
If you
been writing mine down either.
You just say what you want to say, and we'll be like, nah, that's already been taken.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I'm thinking like this is like halftime interview. It's a game of 2 halves. We got to come out stronger in the second half.
Yep, game of 2 halves. I think that's a perfect way to summarize that. Game of 2 halves. Okay, this is one that is perfect. We've heard it at all levels. It transcends sports too, but I'm going to use it for football. Like when a coach goes, we need to play Michigan State football. You can insert any team name, but like we need to play we need to play Tecumseh football,
We need to
which
play
means
our brand
nothing.
of football.
Yeah, we need to play Notre Dame
Our
football.
brand of football. That's it. That's the one.
Yeah, like it doesn't mean a thing. Like what do you mean, coach? Like we need to play Wisconsin football. But when you hear it, you know what he's saying. Wyatt.
Let's see. Just a simple response to your question after the game, after a tough loss. We didn't execute today.
Yes.
We just simply didn't execute.
Execute. And that actually, didn't that get Brian Kelly in trouble because he talked about executing his own
Yes.
players?
Yes.
Yes. that can be a tough word to maneuver around.
I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna be my throwout one, but I think just a simple. I think you've heard it a lot. Just a coach who's just tired of answering questions, and all they say is, "Next question."
That's a good one. That's an outside the box one, but yeah, you do hear that a lot when it's just like, I'm fed up. Or on top of that, they just repeat the same phrase
they
again, like Belichick, like we're on to Seattle. We're
Yeah,
on to Seattle. Hey, we're on to Seattle. Okay, me. My fourth one. God, there's so many. I'm just gonna say this. You got a big game. You got an explosive offense. You need to stop. Your coach is gonna say, you know what? We have to get pressure with 4. We have to get pressure with 4. We can't rely on
Dallas
blitzing.
Gotta get home with 4.
Gotta get home with 4 guys. Can't be blitzing.
Is it me again?
Yeah.
So this is like press conference. Big underdog. Why not us? Why not us?
That's a good one. God, there's so many.
Back to me. I got two. My last two.
Yes, your last two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Dan Campbell would say this all the time, or just any coach talking about like a leader thing. Just a true competitor.
Oh yeah,
Just a true competitor.
Yeah.
He's a true competitor, man.
Yep. And then my last one is there are no bad teams in this league. They're a good team over there.
I was gonna say one
when you're
like
talking
that.
about like Jacksonville or the Giants, they're a good team over there. Just everybody's complimenting them. No, that's a lie. That's a
God,
lie.
that made me think of one for an honorable mention, but yeah, I don't know if I want to use it because it's so close to
I
that.
might use it. I might use it if it's not being taken.
Back to Alex.
I feel like this one's already said. Start fast, play fast. We already talked about that one.
No.
Gotta start fast, play fast.
Coach Romano.
Shout out Coach Romano. Start fast, stay fast, win the day.
The Oregon Ducks, I think, brought that one to life.
Ducks. Correct.
Yeah, just not waiting until you get punched in the mouth. Just start the game.
Punch him in the mouth.
That's a good one too. No spoilers. Okay, my last one, tough because I'm going to use this one just because it makes me laugh every time I hear it. It's very new though. It's a new phrase, and you'll hear like Mike Tomlin and guys say it, and McVay. The standard is the standard.
That's a good one. I hear that
I don't
one
really
all
know
the
what
time.
that. Like I know what it means, but it's so dumb. It's like our standard is the standard. You just do everything up to that standard, and they just repeat it like robots when they walk out for practice.
Yeah, no,
Wyatt.
just
And
comment.
me to finish off, kind of going off of what Evan said. It's when Coach Saban kicks the crap out of Jacksonville State or something, you know.
I
And
can
he's
take
trying to
that.
be nice. He can't like say, "Oh yeah, we just kicked the living shit out of a terrible team." This game was really a lot closer than the final score would indicate, or the final score showed.
He's just lying. It's week 10. It's like the FCS bye game. He's
Yeah,
just
exactly.
lying.
It's FCS Cupcake Weekend. He's just trying to make it seem like they just battled for 60 minutes when they just had a cakewalk.
Yeah. That's all of them, right?
Honorable
Yes, it
mention.
Honorable mentions.
The game is won in the trenches.
Yes, and it's true. That's one that's true.
Big true.
We beat ourselves.
Ah,
That was a good one. The original
it's
saying,
not really. It's
guys
not really
being dudes.
most guys being. That's
Couldn't use
more
it.
up and coming. I know it's not an honorable mention because it's not mostly said, but the first time Evan mentioned this to me, the only thing that popped in my head was, "We are who they thought they were."
Yeah. That was like a shooting star that could only be used by one man.
Exactly.
Evan?
I had like somebody gets traded or released. We wish nothing but the best for them.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
They're just lying through their teeth after that situation. They don't really care about that guy anymore.
Yeah, like you think the Browns were like, yeah, we wish the best for Odell?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Think Sean McVay really cared about Jared Goff? No.
Nope. No, he actually planned a vacation to get rid of him.
Yes.
Here's one that's very prevalent, and now I just didn't want to use it because it's only training camp specific. Our guys are getting tired of hating each other. They just want to hit somebody else. They just want a joint practice and just hit another person.
I've seen it a lot recently. Coaches are always like, we got to stack practices. We got to stack them on top of each other. I've seen every coach
Stack
in
days.
the world say it.
On top of that, 1% better. Let's get 1% better today,
Just get a little
gentlemen.
bit better today. Just get a little bit better today, gentlemen.
The sad thing is, I will make a brief comment. The sad thing is, my 4 years in college, I had 4 different coaches, by the way, and they've all used like 90% of all these speeches. Oh my lord!
The one that was based on, I think Alex, you said it with the week ahead, the most important game, and then Evan, you said we don't look ahead. Another phrase that James Franklin popularized too is trying to go 1-0 this week. That's all.
1-0
We're just
this
going to
week.
go
1-0.
1-0.
Win the day.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, doesn't win the day. The other one that made me think of when Evan, I think you said there's like no easy teams and there's no bad teams in this league is like when people talk about the NFL, like it's hard to win in the NFL.
Yeah.
And you just say that phrase, like it's not easy to win in the NFL. It's
Where's
like,
Trent
well,
Dilfer? It's hard
no,
to
really?
win games and lose in the NFL.
yeah.
It's hard to lose. No, it's hard to lose games and still win in the NFL.
Thanks, Trent.
When guys are injured in the NFL and the coach has to talk about him, he's like, yeah, he's progressing. He's progressing. Is he? He hasn't played in months, man.
How do you stop elite QBs? Get pressure.
Gotta get pressure on the quarterback.
When everyone's talking about how do you beat Tom Brady, you just gotta make him uncomfortable in the pocket. I think that's actually what uncomfortable in the pocket is. Just gets said so many times. And then last I had was establish the run. We gotta establish the run.
Oh, that's a big one.
Make them respect us.
I didn't get the job done today.
Oh, when they take the blame.
I gotta play better. It's on me.
I gotta play better.
Yeah.
I take full
This loss
responsibility
falls
for
on
that
me.
loss.
This loss falls on me.
But you will never see another player work hard as I do for the rest of the season.
You'll never see somebody push harder.
Or like a classic, more so in the NFL than college, because we have a 53-man roster. Like, that's a great group of 53 men in that locker room. Like, it's where they talk about the guys back there. Like, we got 53 great guys, hungry guys back there. Like, Dan Campbell will probably say that.
Dan Campbell's going to 100% say that today.
Wow, there's a lot.
I
keep do this for hours.
Oh, it's one of the greatest sports. It's just like a bunch of phrases that don't really mean anything, but like you know exactly what they mean, and they usually make sense in the situation.
Mm-hmm.
All right, should we get into some listener questions?
That's fire.
Let's do it. Fire away.
Should we do the perfect day one, or is that going to take too long?
I say that we leave that one out. That's a long one.
Because it said detailed. Unless Wyatt, you had one. Do you want to give your perfect day, Wyatt? And we can do ours later?
Perfect day? All right.
But it's detailed.
Whoever edits this stuff, they better be ready for just that. Okay, Grant, just be ready, okay? What do I do next? I get in my Lamborghini. I drive to the gym, get out a sick pump, go back and do cardio again. You know what I mean? Then I look at my stocks. Oh my God, they're all going up. I cash them all in for money.
This is Dan Blazarian.
Next, I have this 5-star chef come to my house for me and my posse to cook a killer meal. We eat it all. We get drunk. I go to bed.
Why are you talking like a fullback?
That's the perfect day in my eyes.
This is Dan Blazarian.
If you do keep that, it'd just be 1,000 bleeps. It'd be good stuff.
It's pretty
Anywho.
What gives you guys the ick?
I don't even know what that means.
It's like, what grosses you out?
Good. So it's a TikTok trend, I believe,
I see
that
it on TikTok all the time.
girls use against guys. They basically say, like, what does a guy do that just, like, let's say they were Channing Tatum, like or Zac Efron, but they do this one thing and it, like, turns you off, even
like
if you
he's
are
a
that
9
person.
butt.
Kind of. Yeah. So what are ours for the female species?
For any species, I hate finger licking. It's disgusting.
I was going to say, if you didn't say it, that was mine for you.
God, dude,
you
it's
hate
so
that.
gross.
That's weird.
Ugh.
I will let
You lick your fingers?
Why? That's weird. So you pro finger licking?
You like watching people lick their fingers?
Based
No,
on
I'm
your-
just saying, but like,
Based on your perfect day, I'd say so.
Based on a perfect day, it's probably in there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
Well, what gives you the ick, man?
what
Like
gives,
you eat some wings.
what gives me the ick?
Cigarettes.
Yeah, honestly, that's a definite no go. Girl, if a girl smells like cigarettes, it's a no
That is
go.
gross.
It's an ick.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Grant, icky?
I got
What do you
two
got?
Birkenstocks. I hate Birkenstocks.
Oh my god.
Weird. That is a weird one.
I got two that people are gonna come at me for, and two I hate mom jeans.
Mm.
Yeah, I've seen your girlfriend wear both
Birk?
quite often.
Wow.
Marissa, I
Chloe?
hope you're listening.
We've talked
Marissa,
about
don't let
mom
him talk
jeans.
to you like that.
It's
She wears mom jeans a lot.
What's
Maybe
wait,
they're not-
wait. Grant, I have a question. What is wrong with mom jeans?
They're not tight enough for Grant's liking.
No, a lot of times they're just like really high waisted, but then still like really baggy. And I don't know. I wasn't meant to be born in like the 80s or 90s when like the loose baggy denim was a thing.
You're talking about like the high waisted jeans, right? That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, maybe it's the wrong word. I'm talking about like high waisted, flowy, like hippie jeans.
Hippie jeans. I like that term.
I guess.
They got holes in them. They're not tight. They're loose, but they're
Evan?
high waisted. It doesn't really make sense.
Your ick.
My ick is colored hair. As in
I think you
colors,
mentioned this last week.
That's a good one.
colors of
Said
like the
something on
rainbow.
blue hair.
Yeah, colors of the rainbow. I don't care if you dye it blonde, black, brown, all of like the
But if-
normal hair colors. But if you start
If it's
getting
Roy
into,
G. Biv,
I'm out.
yeah.
You might as well just shave it.
Even the Cadaver Twins, Evan.
They can dye whatever hair color they want. Whoa.
Okay. That's what
No,
I
it
think.
has to be a set standard. It's either yes or no for all.
The standard is the standard.
That's not a true ick, Evan.
That's true.
It's only a true ick if it's for everyone.
Sure, I'll stick to it then.
Cap.
Next question.
Purified water or spring water. There was only one right answer. Choose wisely. So someone tried to intimidate us with this question.
Purified.
I'll take the
100%.
purified.
You said purified? Purified?
Yeah.
Evan?
I mean, it's just water.
spring. I don't know the difference, so I'll pick spring.
Never had
I'm
a filter.
I'm purified for sure.
This
Oh, you've had-
is people drinking out of the water bottles. I barely drink water bottles. I am a tap
This is
water
water
guy.
bottles only.
Save the planet.
You're not drinking from the spring, Alex, in your house.
Yeah, this is water
I can't say I
bottles.
just go to the store and buy. I don't buy water bottles, so I don't know.
I drink tap water. Tap water is
I'm
better
sure
than both
purified's
of those.
better.
I've also never understood people that are really picky about water because it all just kind of tastes
I agree.
in the relative same to me.
Except
Unless it has
Bush's
some
water.
unless it has some egg stank into it, and it's like this is a gross fountain.
Bush's water is bad.
I got a hot take that I know I've seen people
Brent
get
likes
mad about
Dasani.
online. I like Dasani.
I
I
like
like
Dasani
Dasani too.
Really good water.
It's
I
good.
don't know. People hate on Dasani. I don't understand.
I always wondered why. I loved going to Grant's basement and grab myself a Dasani.
Close second would be Aquafina. I think those two are the
I do like Aquafina as well.
nice Aquafina at Comerica Park. Wyatt, watch your face. That is good stuff. You know it.
Bro,
Honestly,
that's
I like all water except Bush's water.
Aquafina.
Give
Delicious.
me some Bailey's Water Care water.
Shout out.
My grandparents, I think, probably still had that. But when I would go there, they had it in the jug in the garage, and that is the coldest water I have ever tasted in my life. It was fantastic. Should we do the football ranking ones or should we do the max? I don't know if we should relive one moment. That's a deep question. I'd have to think about that.
That's kind of a deep. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. I think we skipped to the maxes.
Let's do this one quick. Your go-to karaoke song.
Don't Stop Believing by Journey.
Yeah, that's on brand. Yep, that makes a lot of sense.
Wow. I've never sang
I've seen
karaoke
Wyatt sing it
before.
1,000 times. You've never
I've
sang
never sang
karaoke?
karaoke.
Like at a bar?
No, Alex
No,
is the pressure guy that makes everybody else do it.
That
He's
says
like,
a lot
yeah, we
about
should
you,
do
Alex.
this. He's like, no, you go.
I've actually
no, you
only
go.
been.
Yeah, you
I've
do
only
it.
been to
Yeah,
one
you do it.
karaoke, two karaoke bars. The one Wyatt sang at on his birthday, and Crunchy's one time where Evan sang. I think he was up
What'd
there.
you say? It was like 3 years ago. It was miserable.
I'm not sure Evan really sang. He was just kind of up there because
was.
someone made him go up there.
True.
So yeah, I've just never really go to karaoke bars. So I don't
Okay,
know.
so what would you sing if you had to pick one song?
You guys,
Alex,
answer
you didn't go to the
questions.
Wild Beaver Saloon?
No, I've never even been to. Well, I've been to Indy, but
Oh, you weren't there.
I missed both times.
I didn't sing that night, but a lot of people in the group sang that night. Ryan had one of the funnier performances I've ever seen because he picked the wrong song. And
He
I
picked the
believe
right
Colby-
song. The person gave him the wrong song.
And I believe Colby sang too, didn't he? I think I have a
Colby
video of that.
sang Eric Church, Springsteen.
Yeah. he
Colby's
did.
performance was better than the Faster Horses performance by Eric Church.
That's why you guys were talking about it so much.
Yes.
Eric Church
Burn
bad.
Sting.
Eric Church stunk.
Eric Church.
Eric.
I don't know what Alex would do. I think he would try to do like do you think I like try to do a rap song and not
No,
realizing you
wouldn't.
can't rap
Not
when you do karaoke?
afraid to
Not do a rap song. No.
Turns his hat backwards.
My ideal karaoke song is something easy to sing where it's like hard to sound that bad
Tequila.
and a crowd pleaser. So yeah,
That's mine.
Tequila would be the easiest karaoke song. of all
Mine's
time.
Dirt Road Anthem.
Oh,
Yeah.
see if I knew all the words to that. That's a good one.
on a dirt road.
But I don't know the second verse.
Oh, come on, Alex. I'm going to sing a new
You
one.
want to
this year.
perform it
I'm
this
going to sing a
year?
new one this year. I'm going to sing a new song.
I'm gonna sing a new one.
No, really?
You have to.
You're
We
gonna
gotta
play a new.
broaden
You're gonna
out.
play a new one though, and then people are
I
like
haven't even thought
encore,
about it.
encore, and you're gonna come back out.
And then you just know it. You want me to run off the stage for a second?
I did perform on the camping trip.
What'd you
Does that
sing
count?
there?
Headband by B.O.B.
Yeah.
with Cormac.
Holy
I
cow,
don't think.
dude, it's
Yeah, I
2009.
don't think you've ever done a solo karaoke in your life.
He doesn't because
He's
he's
too scared.
He's too scared to
As the
sound
host.
bad.
He
I was
always
the
has to
host
throw
of
somebody
karaoke.
into it.
He
Always has
does.
to drag somebody
Guys.
else into it.
This is just not true. I just don't go to karaoke bars. I'm sorry.
Alex, it's gonna be
I'm
amongst
shy
our
guy.
friends. Who cares if you suck? I'm gonna go out there and sing a sad song.
I don't care. I just don't. I don't think about
Actually,
karaoke.
last year I sang so many karaoke songs.
I heard you at the end.
I
and
sang
you sounded
several.
bad.
I was singing Thunderstruck.
I
Shit,
thought-
I nailed it.
I
My throat
thought I
was
could
shot for the
sing.
next 4 days.
That's all time. I had to screenshot those or screen record those videos because they were so funny. They come up on my feed sometimes.
I
and
had
my
tryouts
memories
the
on
next
my
day, and I had to
dashboard.
speak to all the kids, and I could not vocalize
We're gonna
drills.
do taking some ground balls today.
I could not vocalize drills, so I just quit talking.
Anyways,
Alex. Oh no.
Peace out, dude.
It's not
Alex's
stopped.
audio stopped recording
It's
at
just-
some point. I was gonna say something about. Oh yeah, I tried to sing Rack City last year and went horribly. I didn't realize how hard that song was to sing.
you talking
Yeah,
about
it was
the
bad.
girl,
Bad
the
opener.
girl one?
I'm talking about this one, yeah.
Yeah, I could say
Shout
something.
out to long listener Brad. We sang Fat Bottom Girls once in New York, and it went atrocious because we were hammered.
Oh,
And it's just a weird
no.
song. It's a weird song to sing.
I'm pretty sure I know who that is.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I was going to
hilarious.
sing whatever
It's
Dirk
hilarious.
Bentley was singing when he was doing karaoke.
Oh, are you talking about one of
Ryan,
the
we're still
questions,
on.
Evan?
Yes. I don't know if you see it highlighted.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I
Let's
know
do
who
the
that
Alan
is.
Bowman Noah Kim question first.
All
Okay.
right. So Alan Bowman, Evan, you had him as Michigan starter when he first came,
Yes.
and I think Noah Kim should be Michigan State starter. So
No, you
this is a pretty good question. What do you guys think?
Best record they could get 7-5.
Yeah, 7-5. I think 8-4 for both teams.
I think you guys are like Homer, but it's actually a compliment to Peyton Thorne. I think Michigan could have a higher record because Cade, game manager, means less to the team winning than Peyton Thorne would to Michigan State this year. So I think
But
Michigan.
you just said how good Noah Kim is.
it was a complete joke.
Oh,
I
dude. The Asian assassin.
sorry, Noah. Yeah, but I think Michigan could probably sneak out 8-4 with Alan Bowman, just lose to like the good teams on their schedule. But I think Michigan State would be a hover around 500 if you took Peyton Thorne away because he's that more important to the team
And tougher schedule.
and tougher schedule. So yeah,
All right. Evan, why don't you read the highlighted question?
Fan question.
advice.
Is it okay for my friends to make fun of me for texting my horrible ex-girlfriend and trying to hang out with her? Life
think I know
advice?
what this
Wyatt,
is.
you go first. Life advice.
Life advice.
First of all, leading question that they called her horrible. Let us be the judge.
That is in the definition of the question. I'm just reading
Evan,
it
do
off
you
of-
Well,
know who
No,
this
I know.
is?
I'm saying whoever
Yes,
wrote this
absolutely. I know
in.
what this is.
So, if the
Gonna be on the
listener's going to
camping
see
trip.
this video clip,
I'm not going to see it.
anyways,
Unless Grant posts it.
He won't post
it
it.
depends on what your intentions are with this. Are you hanging out to, or are you hanging out to just actually try to get back together with her? Now, if it's option one, let your friends make fun of you because guess what? And that's a W.
Beep is beep.
Or if you're trying to get back together with her and like a simp and she's a bad girlfriend and all your friends hate her, I think you just need to cut it. Get out of there.
Cut it.
I mean, to answer the question as directly as possible, is it okay for your friends to make fun of you? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, they definitely can make fun of you.
Yes.
Part of life.
They should if they are your friends.
Yeah.
If they're not your friends, they wouldn't make fun of you.
But
and
it
they would
also could be
support you.
him
Him?
posing as. He's done it before. He's done
Wow,
it before.
sneaky guys.
Could also be a totally random person that lives in a different state.
Correct. It could be. We have no idea.
You know,
have no
and if
idea.
it
Why
is,
are you guys
if it's,
having
if
these
it's
side
someone,
conversations?
and if it's someone in another state, we apologize for assuming.
It's someone in the PP.
The PP. Hey yo!
It's an abbreviation. But it has
Uh,
to be.
it's cool. Yeah. It's fun to make fun of your friends.
Bench max, Wyatt.
315.
Jeez. Right now. Okay, man, dude. We're all battling.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not 315. That would be crazy. But no, I am I am 255 though.
That's respect. That's
Pretty
pushing
good.
P.
So we're talking one rep max,
pushing
right?
We're talking one rep
That's
max.
PP.
What's
I have no clue, but I don't think it'd be more
Alex,
than
you
150
know
if
weight
I'm being
math,
honest.
Dude. Come on.
doing the math, Evan?
Oh my gosh, this kid is lying through his
205.
teeth.
That's
45
that's
45
respectable.
45.
You know, there's statistics out
45.
there. There's just 45 or 35.
I'll never
There's-
reach 2 plates.
There's
I already-
statistically saying that like 225 is like elite
That is-
for bench press.
I'll
Can
never
I
reach
ask?
it.
I ask a question. Now, I'm not doubting you, Alex. I'm just saying,
That's
when have
fine.
you done it recently where someone spotted you?
Roughly 3 to 4 weeks ago, the big dude that I spotted once, I asked him for a spot this time.
That's a great friendship.
That
you
big
built.
dude is-
He's the guy that like talks to everybody in the gym and like tries to give people tips. So I felt like he's the right guy to spot me.
No, that would be wrong. He's the wrong guy.
Like he's
The
huge,
guy who's
so.
giving out tips to people in the gym thinks he knows.
wouldn't let it drop
every-
on me, and I know that.
He thinks
Why?
he
You
knows
gotta-
everything
You should
about the
see
gym.
some
but
of
he
the
doesn't.
kids at the Y.
Yeah, I mean, why?
Some of the kids at the
pickings
Y.
for people to actually spot me are pretty not good.
Oh, I'm saying, and they also need advice. Like
You
they
have
actually-
yeah,
a
they-
roommate,
some
Alex.
guys-
You have a gym partner.
You do have a gym partner.
He's going to a new gym.
What gym?
Oh,
What
Why
gym?
time for him?
What gym?
I'm
I
not-
believe he's trying LA Fitness.
Is
No.
there a choose around where you guys are at?
LA.
A what?
A choose?
No.
CHUZE.
No.
Nope.
I'm just picturing Drew working out with that weirdo that approached me saying they could give me lessons in LA.
Yeah.
If he gets the same sales rep, tell him I said hello, but not really.
If I do
Look,
join
a
there,
psych.
I won't speak
Psych.
to anybody. I'm just gonna go in, buy it, go lift. No,
Good luck. If he has salmon shorts that are just wrapped tightly around his legs, that's the kid. That's the kid.
Squat
You'll know.
max.
Well, Evan's
Wait,
bench.
Brant, you didn't answer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I said I think I could do a little less than 150, but I don't think I feel good about 150.
I haven't tested.
And I really don't know. I do dumbbells now. I do dumbbells a lot. I don't really do.
I do a lot.
I
of
don't
dumbbells
test bench.
without spotters.
I could do like 60s of dumbbells. I don't know what that correlates to
I
bench
don't know.
press wise.
I don't
bad.
test bench and I don't test squat. I'm not
I
competing
don't
for
really
anything,
test. Yeah,
so I
say
don't need
won't
to.
really try. Squat, why guy?
405.
550.
You're still going up.
Still going up.
Low to the ground.
You gotta think. I peaked. The most I've ever gotten was my junior year of college, and that was
You didn't stop because you had football lifting.
that was for.
Why has been
I
lifting
hit,
a long
I hit
time.
430 in college.
Oof.
Jesus Christ.
Blake Corum.
But then but listen, I stopped.
That's a lot.
I stopped after college up until January of this year. I just stopped going to the weight room because it was a chore. It was a mandatory thing and not something I want to do. You know.
Yeah, it
So I
sucks.
fell back
I mean,
in
there's
love
no
with
ifs,
it.
ands, or buts about it.
Now you got demons chasing you.
Evan, if you had to guess what your squat max would be? 3 bills?
No.
You could.
Two.
I don't know.
I don't
Probably.
know.
I think I could do 185.
No, you can do more than that.
You could get 220.
Dude.
You could get 225.
Dude, I don't know.
You know for a fact you can do that. Because
Like
if I
good-
can do it, you can do that.
Like good form, like where it's not like I could do halfway down. No
I
doubt,
still,
but
if
if
I
I'm-
still remember Grant Anshute's squat form, it's not good.
It's flawless.
no, it's
actually.
wide.
pretty
It's
good.
perfect.
Wide. It's a little better now. Once I get loose, I can actually.
It's perfect.
What I do now, actually, after
Perfect,
seeing some
perfect,
videos
perfect.
online, some recommendations, I like to put a plate underneath my heels to really like protect my knees and get that forward knee bend.
Respect.
Feels
Respect
great.
it.
I don't know if I could do 200. I don't feel great about it.
Yeah, you can.
I'm just telling you. It's the first thing to go when you stop lifting because when you do like intermittently lift, you're not really focusing on your legs.
Yeah.
I think it comes back pretty quick, though.
No.
No.
I don't know. I mean, I don't squat very much, but
Well,
I do
I'll just
more
say
than
this. I was trying to do the other day, I've been trying to do like 10 sets of 5, 10 sets of 10. Some like German program I like to do.
Yeah. German
that.
volume
Jesus
training.
Christ.
And I was like, all right, so let's see. I would probably could just do like 135 to start. No, I was like gassed like halfway through the sets of 10, and I was like, I need to do 95 because like 135, my hamstrings are gonna tear. So that's why I don't feel great about being able to squat like 220 or 200. Like I don't know, but maybe it's different if you're just doing it one time.
It is. You could hit it. You could hit 225 one time.
You could hit 225.
I wonder what Roquan Smith squats. Probably like 500.
550.
A lot.
He's got like the bar that's like bending because the weights are so heavy on the ends.
Anthony Hill.
Nate Brady.
Hey, Brady.
What'd they squat?
Dude, Anthony Hill squat like 650.
Holy shit.
Dude, I watched it. That bar was a piece of licorice.
How do you even
And
do
he-
that?
Is
Low
his
center
record's
of
gotten
gravity.
beat?
It would break me.
His record's gotten beat since then.
How do you even get it off?
Who has the
Like, you
record?
gotta have help, right? Like, someone's taking that off for you.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I think so. I think people had to stay on the sides just to get it off. Or maybe not. Maybe you could,
I knew
'cause
Matt
think
would
you can-
FaceTime me tonight.
I think you can push through the ground enough that you can get it off your back. I don't know. It was super impressive, and I felt nervous watching it.
I'll never hit 300. And I'll never hit 225 on bench.
Maybe you'll have dad strength at age 30.
No, I'm in my athletic prime, Grant. It's not happening yet.
I think that's it. I think the rest of them we can answer later in football season.
But Grant, we're 7 minutes short of what you said.
We're right around the time, I would say.
Relive the one moment in your life.
Any parting thoughts, Wyatt? Holy
Oh
lag,
my
Alex.
lord.
Did you guys just hear what I said like 5 minutes ago?
This kid's a robot. It's so funny.
Dude, my computer is shitting.
No,
yeah, we
just-
should probably end it before my computer poops.
You're back, though. We can just hear you.
Yeah,
Just
we can
delayed.
hear, we can hear you now.
You're just delayed.
Because I
It's like your feet.
don't have a big
Cut your
enough
feet.
charger. I don't have
No,
the right
he's
box.
good. He's good now.
Fully
He's good
back.
now. He's good now.
You're fully back.
Anything I had. Oh shit! All right, and cut that, and now go. Just like to say thank you for having me on here. It's great being part of like an official full podcast episode for Shot of Michigan Sports. Everyone listening that's going to go up to Daddy Camp this weekend, get ready to rock and roll.
Nickelback, baby.
I love
Oh,
for
I'm
people
lagging
listening
again.
to this show that have no context about what that means. There's probably what's he going to this weekend? What's he doing this weekend?
It's going to camp of
Oh,
Daddy.
Lag City.
Oh,
Damn.
You guys are just. I can see you in real time and then see your
that on
reaction
the
to something
fucking-
that happened like.
Put
3
that on
minutes ago.
Twitter.
Yeah, this is insane. But now I
don't
think you're
fucking-
back.
We're gonna find out.
Yo!
All right. At Shot of MS on
Yeah, it
everything.
says I'm at 1
Twitter,
hour,
Instagram.
25 minutes.
Just those two now. And then
Lagging
YouTube,
again.
Spotify, Apple, how to listen. And share with a friend. Be a friend.
Can you guys see
Be a
me?
friend. Tell a friend. Alex just deleted his whole recording or something. I don't know. He did something. This might be worse than when Alex went to Tecumseh and didn't have his AirPods charged.
Yeah.
This is just like a terrible display of podcasting by this kid. With all that being said, cheers to close out episode 83.
Cheers. Cheers.
The Mountain Dew. And Alex can't cheers because his computer just died.
God damn it, dude.